Hey you guys, this is the other episode of our limited series, as you all may know. And today we'll be going over checklist. So to get things started, Heather, do you want to talk a little bit about our payment plans and deadlines?
Yes, so first thing to do on our checklist to get ready to go off to school is making sure that you have set up your payment plan. What a payment plan is basically breaking down your semester bill into monthly payments. So with that, you will have to contact your bursar/cashier's office or even financial aid to make sure that is taken care of. Usually they open up in the beginning of August if they aren't open already. So make sure that you are checking your email for your school or just visiting the website of your school at the cashier's office or the bursar's office so that they'll have that information for you. In addition to that, make sure that you take note of those deadlines. If you have a payment plan and it's every 15th of the month, so September 15th, October, and so on, make sure that you put that in your phone, in your calendar, in your planner, and also let your parent or guardian know if they are helping you with these payments as well. Also, if you do not want to set up a payment plan, if you have set aside some money and you just want to pay it off all right now, make sure you check and see when your fall semester deadline is due. If you are on a payment plan, this won't really apply to you. So definitely make sure that if you choose to not do a payment plan, that you pay your amount in full by that date. And it's usually before classes start. So if you don't do that, you may get kicked out of classes, kicked out of your dorm. So definitely please make sure that you do that because we don't want anybody to get out. So if you feel like you won't be able to pay everything in full after you've seen your financial aid package or everything else that you have to pay for, always set up a payment plan as well.
Yeah, guys, deadlines are so important, especially because they can sneak up on you and you don't even know that they're there. So definitely make sure that you're paying attention to that. I know for a lot of college freshmen, you're basically new to a lot of this stuff, so you really have, a hard time locating where everything is at, but that's why we're here to help you guys. We're here to tell you guys where everything is at and who you should contact. And of course, if you guys have any further questions, always feel free to contact us at our emails down below. Another thing that is on y'all's checklist that y'all should be taking care of is outside scholarships and financial aid. So Heather has provided you guys with a bunch of scholarships for you guys to do, whether it's local, whether it's outside scholarships. Make sure that you're taking advantage of that. Honestly, that's free money for you at literally your fingertips. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that. And then if you did receive some sort of reward from a scholarship, outside scholarship, make sure that you're finding out how they're going to send you the money, whether that's making a check personally to you or if they're making a check to the school. Usually it's to the school. For the most part, just make sure that that money is being, you know where it's going and that you have it in your account before the school starts because you don't want any issues. And that is something that you should be taking care of right now because the first week of school, financial aid, everyone's going to be really busy. So make sure that you're taking care of that right now so you won't get stuck in the line, so you won't get stuck on hold for 40 hours. Just make sure that you're taking care of that and putting that as a priority. Another thing is, speaking of financial aid, make sure that you have everything ready in terms of your financial aid package, what you still need to pay, or if everything's paid off, how much money you're getting, making some sort of budget plan as we talked in our last video, making sure that that money is going to where it needs to go. That's very important, especially right now because we are at the end of July. August is
Sunday.
So make sure that you guys are taking advantage of it. I know it can be stressful and it can seem like a lot, but trust me, once you get over this hill, everything's downhill from here and everything's gonna be awesome and amazing for you guys. You want to really, in order for you to really enjoy the college experience and enjoy your first week and your first year at school, make sure to get all this stuff taken care of because this is the biggest, I would say, stressor in terms of going in as a college freshman is just to get all the stuff ready for you to have a great year. Next, we're gonna talk a little bit about housing assignments and move-ins.
So definitely make sure that you know your housing assignment if you are living on campus. Also, if you are living off campus in an apartment, make sure that you have talked with your apartment complex, you've gotten your roommates' information via their email or their phone number, as well as seeing like which apartment number you're going to have, as well as when your move-in date is for everybody. So if you're moving on campus or to an apartment off campus, please make sure you know your move-in date. If you are not sure, call the management office, call the housing office at your university, or call the leasing office at your apartment, because you don't want to be stuck at your house and it's like move-in day and you miss your move-in time, or you don't want to show up early and nobody's there to let you in. So definitely make sure that you know that for a fact. If you are living on campus, your housing assignment, make sure that you know which dorm you're going to be living in, which hall you're going to be living in, as well as try to reach out to your roommate. That goes for everybody. If they don't respond to you, I mean, it kind of sucks that they don't respond, so just go in with an open mind and try your best to reach out to them. Maybe twice, 3 times, maybe a little bit too much. They may be like, girl, what you doing? So definitely try to reach out to them twice, either by email or with a phone call or a phone text message. And if you are in contact with your roommate now, make sure that y'all are talking about who's bringing what. So if you're bringing a TV, if you're in a dorm, you don't need 2 TVs, because it's no possible way for y'all to be able to work that out with the sound. If you are living in an apartment that's unfurnished, you don't want to bring 2 couches because you may not have enough space for that. So make sure you're communicating with your roommates about what to bring, what not to bring, as well as establishing those boundaries that we kind of talked about in our roommate video, which is going to be over there in our channel. So look at that if you haven't already. Definitely make sure you're establishing those boundaries. If you're not a morning person, tell them, look, do not talk to me in the morning, because I will definitely give you the side eye. So definitely make sure that you're setting those boundaries now. Who's gonna clean what? Are you comfortable with them having their friends spend the night? That kind of thing. So definitely make sure you talk about that before you all move in. If you can't talk to them beforehand because maybe they're not responding to you, or you get a new random roommate, you know, because things really do happen. Some people may change their mind and go to a different school, or they may decide that they don't want to go to school right now. So definitely make sure that if you don't talk to them in advance, on the first day that y'all move in, talk about it right then and there.
Yeah. Definitely you guys be flexible as well. Like a lot of people, like as Heather was saying, you know, they might just decide not to go to that school, and you're gonna have to end up with either a new roommate or a room to yourself, whatever the case may be. Just be open to the idea that what you have going, like your mindset going in, may change, you know, and it's completely okay. So definitely don't worry about that, but just be flexible to that, you know, maybe happening. And I know I had a lot of students come up and, you know, talk to us about how, you know, their roommates haven't been reaching out to them, and you haven't been getting, you know, into contact with them or anything like that. Do what's best for you at that moment, and just keep on trying. A lot of, you know, communication is via email, and a lot of students, you know, it's the summer, they really don't check their email like that. But just make sure that you're doing the best for you, and just, you know, making do with what you have. And also another thing is packing. When you're packing for school, it's very important for you guys to know that you do not need everything. You know, I know a lot of us are like, mommy's gonna bring my whole entire wardrobe, and you know, by the first week, you'll have literally hundreds of shirts free for you, and you're gonna be like, where do I put this? Where am I gonna do this, or where am I gonna do that? So make sure that you are not overpacking. With that in mind, also, you know, as well, you don't want to overpack, but also be mindful that, you know, if you're not gonna go back home until December, you need to pack coats, you need to pack you know, rain boots, you need to pack an umbrella, you need to pack so many things for those specific seasons. If you do plan on going back, feel free to just take what you need maybe the first month, and then just pick up the rest when you come back the second time or third time to your house, or whatever the case may be. Always make sure that, you know, you're packing lightly and not too much to where you're, you know, overcrowding. A lot of the times, you know, you never know, if you're living in a dorm, you might be sharing a closet, or you might have your own. It just depends. So make sure that you're being mindful of other people's spaces, and know that, hey, my stuff may not, you know, fit with my roommates. Let me make sure that I'm not overpacking. And if you do have your closet, well, closets aren't that big. They're not this huge walk-in closet for you to bring, you know, everything, as much as we would like to, of course. And so yeah, just be mindful of that, and be very mindful as well of, you know, packing for specific stuff, like, you know, rainy days, or if you're going up north, it might snow in September or October. So bring coats, bring if you're bringing your car, make sure you're bringing like ice scrapers. Make sure that you're bringing stuff that is. You might not think that you need it now because it's summer and it's like, it's fine, like I won't need anything. But no, if you know you're not gonna be back home like that, make sure that you're utilizing this time now to pack definitely the things that you will need, especially for things like maybe winter or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, especially if you are moving to a different climate. So since we're in Texas, Texas weather is crazy. I remember when I was in my first year of college, I moved from Houston to Denton, and we had a random cold front in the middle of October, and it was like 23 degrees. I didn't have a coat because I hadn't gone home yet, and I wasn't planning on going home till Thanksgiving. So definitely make sure that you are checking the average temperature of the places that you're moving to. So if you're going to college, say in Georgia, and it's usually very hot and humid in Georgia, make sure that you pack accordingly, and also look and see what the average temperatures during the winter, during the fall are going to be, so you can pack for that as well. And like Brandy was saying, if you're going up north, good luck to you. And one note I will say, if you are moving up north, buy your coat up there, because the coats that we have in Texas or in the South in general are made for a southern climate, and in the north it's much, much colder. So definitely make sure that you're looking for that, and also ask for people for tips who live up in the north and how you can do that.
I was gonna say, so you brought up a good point that was like, so I know I mentioned this a little bit earlier about umbrellas and stuff. Make sure that you guys do purchase an umbrella, because you do not want to show up soaking wet to class and be that person walking in late, all like, drenched in water, and be like, sorry, excuse me, getting water everywhere. That was one thing that I didn't think I needed, because I was like, I'm going to San Marcos. I don't need a, whatever, it probably doesn't even rain over there. And next thing you know, I wake up for my 8 a.m. class and it's pouring, and it's all the way on the other side of campus. So
drenched.
Yes. And I looked a fool. So make sure that you guys are packing things that you might not think it's important now, but trust me, it will be important later on for sure.
In addition to that, if you're moving to like Houston or Louisiana or another place that's in like the Gulf area, hurricane season, find out when that is. And if you're bringing your car, look at some tips to not get flooded. If you don't know how to drive in water, don't do it at all. Even if you do feel like you know how to drive through water, don't do that, because hurricane season is serious and you don't want to get swept away or anything like that. So, and also make sure that you are applying for those school alerts that they have for your safety. That's probably something that you have to do when you sign up for your classes. Usually they have like a hold on your account, so you can do that. Please sign up for that, so that you'll know, like, if there's like a tornado coming and you're from somewhere who doesn't have tornadoes, so you're like, I don't know what to do. So definitely make sure you sign up for that, or God forbid if something were to happen, like a shooter on campus, or just somebody who's like breaking into apartments, make sure that you have those emergency alerts on as well. So with that being said, you've packed all your stuff, you've checked all of your payment plans and deadlines, you made sure that your housing assignments are all checked in. So now you're ready to go. What do you have to do now? Say your goodbyes or see you laters instead. I know that some of your friends may be leaving before you. If they are an athlete, they may have to leave a month earlier than you do. Or if they are in like the honors program, they have like a special honors orientation they want you to do maybe a few weeks earlier than you. So definitely make sure you're reaching out to your friends and your family members and seeing when you can just say goodbye to everybody before you go, or just see you later if you're not going to be gone for long. If you're just going to come home for Labor Day, see you later, I'll be back, and so on. So I know it can be kind of, tearful if you're leaving mom, dad, granny, auntie, your guardian for the first time. It could be a little overwhelming, but definitely make sure you have that support system around you. If it's not your family, get your friends, those who care about you. And if it's not them, we're here for you. Definitely, if you want to come and say bye to us, we're here, we love you guys. And if you need anything, just reach out. We have our emails down below. You have our phone numbers for our offices on our campuses. We would love to hear from you. And if you need any additional help with like moving, or need any tips on how to pack, like, ooh, I don't know, like what I need to pack for cleaning the bathroom, we can let you know about that. And also I'll probably put that in the newsletter. So make sure you're reading those newsletters, guys. So I have like a packing list on there for y'all as well. But definitely say your goodbyes or see you soon to those that you love, your pets, You know, maybe a little tough because you may not be able to bring them onto your campus. So, you know, give your cat some cuddles before you go and all that stuff. And also try to make time, if it's, you know, comfortable for you, try to come home at least once before winter break if you can. I know if maybe going all the way up to like Pennsylvania, flights are expensive and you may not want to drive all the way back down here. So definitely try to come up with a plan of when you're going to come back home if you want to come home.
Yeah, goodbyes, I mean, are definitely something that's like the hardest part, I would say, about going to, you know, university and everything like that. Or you could be the opposite and be like, bye, I'm leaving, I'm doing my thing, see you later. But definitely take this time, as Heather was saying, to, you know, reach out to, you know, your best friends from high school and, you know, people that you've grown up with, your family members, everything, and just kind of say your last goodbyes. You know, hug your mom, your dad, your guardian, anybody, you know, who's been there as your support system through high school. You know, hug them tight because they'll continue to be that support system for you in college as well. And whenever you need anything, they'll be the ones to answer and the ones to help you. So make sure that you cherish them for the time that you have them. And just go into the university just with a positive mindset and just kind of, I don't know, yeah, like the goodbyes I think were the hardest for me per se, just because I was like, oh no, like I don't want to leave, but I need to leave because I'm going to better myself. I'm going to be ready 2.0. Like I need to get out there. So definitely utilize this time for the best.
A few of these things, if you have not done them already, you are SOL. You can Google that yourself. So if you have not been to orientation, what are you doing? Let's chat. Yeah. Let's start there. If you have not done your online orientation or your in-person orientation, whatever your university or college is providing, do it now, today. Click out this video right now and go do it or sign up for it, because orientation is something that you have to do. Of course, it may say it's optional for your school, but honestly, if you want to register for classes, you have to do orientation, and that's pretty much across the board. So definitely make sure you do your orientation modules if it's online, or sign up for the only available orientation that's available. So please make sure that you are doing that and taking that seriously. If you have not taken the TSI, let's get with the program. You know, call your university, your college, and see, hey, I need to get this TSI taken care of so I can register for classes. How do I do that? And they will let you know how to do it. If your school is far away, like a few hours, and you don't want to go down there just to take the TSI, look around your school. NCTC may be offering it. TW and UNT, if you live in the Denton area, maybe closer to you. If you live in Gainesville, it's a little bit of a 30-minute trek. So definitely make sure that you take care of that. And that's for everybody. You don't just have to be a UNC or TW student to take the TSI here. So please make sure that you do that.
Yeah, you guys, don't wait until the last minute, because you're going to look silly in the first week, because I mean the first week is like literally you go and boom, you're starting
class.
And a lot of the times too, like you have like a first flight week or first Bobcat week, you know, things where you get kind of introduced to the campus and to the culture and everything like that. So you really don't have time to be taking care of your TSI, to be taking care of this, to be taking care of that. Make sure that you're going into, you know, your first week of school open-minded, clear-headed, and everything, without anything on your shoulders when it comes to this type of stuff. Make sure that you guys have met with your advisors going into this school year. They will be your rock, your shoulder to cry on, the person that you will go to if you need to change your major 100 times, as some may know. So make sure that you are meeting with them and registering for those classes. The sooner that you do it, the people who have already taken care of orientation and all of that, they have the classes that they want. Plain and simple. I mean, you know, and for you guys who are unfortunately doing orientation now and stuff, because maybe you're like, well, I'll just do it later on. Like, unfortunately, you'll have to kind of pick off the leftovers, which, you know, nobody wants, but, you know, at least you'll learn the lesson for this semester and then get on it for next semester, you know. So make sure that you're doing that. Meeting with the advisor. Again, to kind of go more into depth with this, your advisor will be there to help you when it comes to academics and everything like that, to get you to the resources that you need. So make sure that you are setting up appointments with them, and also applying for housing. You don't want to go to a school that's 7 hours away and be like, where am I staying?
Like, who are you?
No. So make sure that everything is set with that you have, again, the payment plans for that if you have to pay. you know, along with that goes with the roommates. Make sure that you reach out to them and have contacted them, and make sure that you've had like everything taken care of in terms of your payment plan for your housing and stuff, and packing for all of that. And that's pretty much it for kind of things that we really want you guys to focus on right now, especially at the tail end of, you know, July, going into August already, and like on Sunday. This is gonna be a crazy 2 weeks for you guys to prep for, you know, school and stuff, but enjoy it, make the most out of it. Your last 2 weeks of being a I guess high school student, per se. I mean, high school graduate, and going into your first year as a college student. Again, we are so proud of you guys for achieving that. That is something that a lot of you, I mean, this is crazy. This is awesome for you guys, especially to the first generation students and people who are going to college for the first time and their family. Like, congrats to all of you guys who made it this far. Again, we are always here to help, and if you need us for anything, we're gonna put our emails down below, of course. Our advisors, your advisors' emails as well. Feel free to reach out to them. They miss you so much. They want to hear from you, please. So before you go, just send them a text. Hey, I'm doing good. I'm going to so and so, how we talked about in the spring. I'm, you know, doing this and doing that. I know a lot of it can be like, oh, I mean, it's summer. I don't want to even reach out to anybody because I'm just trying to do my thing. I'm trying to save up for school. Like, I'm already stressed. But just take 2 seconds out of your day to just say, hey, like, I'm doing okay. Like, I am getting my stuff figured out. You know, whatever. We are here to help. And if you need help, now is the time to ask for it, because you cannot ask for help 2 days before and expect for us to do a 360 for you.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're asking for it now, and stay tuned for some more exciting surprises of our limited series.
Yes. So if any of those things that we talked about, like orientation, TSI, registration, and housing, if you have not done that yet, email us ASAP, please, so we can help you with that, because that's kind of imperative. Everything else is also just as important, but those are kind of like the bullet point things that you need to work on right now. So please, please, please email us or email your advisor so we can help you out with that. So our limited series is coming to an end for the summertime, but we do have a few surprises for you guys. So make sure that you keep watching, subscribe, like, send this to your friends. I want to get them shares up, y'all, because I know that some people have not seen our videos yet. But make sure that you're sharing them with your friends. You be like, "Ooh, girl, you have not done orientation, so this is what Mr. Randy and Miss Heather said. So let's work on that. Let's work on that." Definitely make sure that you are taking some time to just like process everything that's going on right now. I know that we're telling you to do all this stuff, but you know, I can be overwhelmed, like Randy was saying. So take a step back, take some deep breaths, you know, write down, you know, what's going on. Like, if you have any anxieties or any fears or anything that you're worried about, write them down, and then you know, you can just get it out of your system, and then you can just figure out how you're gonna make a solution to that problem.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. We enjoyed being able to talk to you guys once more. And again, as Heather was saying, you know, share this video, give it a like, comment. Comments are out, sorry. Subscribe, you know, anything for maybe a little bit of a giveaway coming in the next video or so. Again, you know, we're saying all this to you guys from the, you know, the depths of our heart and everything. So make sure that you're taking into consideration what we say, because again, we've been through this before. We know what the stresses are. We know what, you know, you're going to experience. And granted, our experiences might not look like yours, but at least we can kind of give you an inside look on what ours look like, and help you guys with that. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, and stay tuned for next week's video. Bye, you guys.